Hi everyone, Mrs. Drake with the clarinet. We are going to be doing Lesson 16, the second part of Lesson 16, starting with Song 4. For the top of Lesson 16, I hope you saw it from that other video. Okay, so Lesson 16 starting with Song number 4, Little Waltz with Accents. So look through the song. Do you see how there's arrows, little arrows underneath some of the notes? Those are called accents. It means to strike it a little harder with your tongue so it comes out a little bit louder than usual. I feel like it's icing on the cake. If you're still worried about getting your fingers right and getting the rhythms right, don't worry about the accents. But if you feel like you have the song under control, then I encourage you to try to do it with the accents. Okay, everybody, Song 4, warm up the first note. Ta, ti, 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 ta, ta. Okay, everybody, Song 4. Ready, get set, go. Okay, song number 5. Again, underneath it has the crescendos and the diminuendos. Those things are called dynamics. I am not concerned with dynamics in elementary school, so you feel free to ignore those for now. Save those for middle school. But on song number 5, scan through it. Do you see that the E's have flat signs next to them? E flat. Okay, and I will show you how to play that in just a second. But I also want to point out that when they change a note from the key signature is nothing. So when they change a note, it's called an accidental. So there's a lot of E-flat accidentals in this song. And I want to remind you that, like for example, in the third measure, how they mark that one as E-flat, this one is also to be played as E-flat because it's in the same measure. It's after that first accidental. They like to save ink. In music writing, they like to save ink. So they don't have to draw the flat on that one. You're supposed to remember that because it's in the same measure as the other one, that one is also to be played as E-flat. So feel free to circle it if you think you're going to forget or draw a flat sign by it. It's okay with me if you write in your music. Okay, so how to play E-flat. It is shown up on the top of the page, but I'll show you on my fingers. So E-flat, you put your fingers on D. You put your fingers on D, and then over here on the right side of your clarinet where you have these 4 side keys, you touch the bottom side key with the edge, the side of your finger. So it's not the tip of your finger, not like that, but you kind of use the side of your finger. So it's D with your left hand, and then on your right hand, you take a look for these 4 side keys, and the one on the very bottom, you hit it with the side of your finger, and it creates the note called E-flat. So I'm going to first blow a D, then I'm going to blow an E-flat, and then I'm going to blow a regular E, which could be called E natural. So I'm going to go D, E-flat, E natural. And you'll hear that it sounds like 3 notes in a row. Listen to this. Try that. Okay, so song 5. All of the E's have to be played as E-flats. Remember, in Song 5, every single E is played as an E-flat. Song number 5 starts with a D. Everybody warm up a D. Song 5, D, E-flat. Song 5, 1, 2, ready, go. And then song 6 is C minor march. Okay, so C minor march, if you look through it, do you see that the C's have sharp signs next to them? So in this song, they want all the C's to be played as C sharp, and I'll show you that finger in a second. So look in the fourth measure. Do you see that the TT is C sharp? So remember, it's for both legs of the TT. Play C sharp for both of them. Okay, so C sharp. You put your fingers on C, your left hand on C, and then you touch this little key to create C sharp. So it's C with your left pinky to create C sharp. Okay, so it's kind of challenging. Make sure you're on the right one. You know how there's four pinky keys here? It's the one closest to the finger that you use for C. You know how you use this as your C finger? Sometimes the way I find it is I slide down the skin and it's the first one that touches right there. So keep your pinky right next to that other finger. In other words, don't stretch your pinky out. Keep your finger close by and then it hits the C sharp key. So that one is the C sharp key. So I'm going to play a C and then I'm going to play a C sharp. The sharp always sounds a little higher than the natural. And if, by the way, a flat always sounds a little bit lower. Think of a flat tire, it goes down. So C and then C sharp. You'll hear that C sharp is higher than C. Try it. Okay, song 6. All the C's have to be played like C sharps. Song 6 starts on a D. Everybody find a D? D, E, F, E. Song 6. Make sure your left pinky is ready for those C sharps. 1, 2, song 6, go. Yeah, okay. And then Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace, you notice that it has a divisé where there's the high note and the low note. So choose which one you're going to do. Choose which one you're going to do. Also check it has a B flat key signature. A B flat key signature. So I'm going to play it twice. First time I'm going to play the high of the divisé, and then I'm going to go back and play it and play the low of the divisé. So you need to decide, are you going to play with my part or are you going to play the opposite part? Whatever you want to do. And the divisé, of course, is in octaves, meaning if the top note is an A, the bottom note is also an A. So B flat. So if you're playing the bottom staff, remember it means the first finger for low B flat. And if you're playing the top staff, remember B flat is this. The A key with your thumb on, and then your thumb on the register key for high B flat. Okay, alrighty. Okay, and you notice that it goes into the high notes. I expect you to know high C, high D, high E, high F. Those notes you should know. If you have small hands, they might squeak, but I expect you to know what they look like on the page. You'd be able to tell which one is which, and I expect you to know the finger positions. Even if it squeaks, I expect you to still know the finger positions. Tons of slurs, tons of slurs. If you've never played this song before, I recommend leaving off the slurs at first. Get your fingers under control. But then eventually, I hope you can get the slurs and play it with me with the slurs. And on the divisé, the slur means it goes for the upper notes and the bottom notes. So sometimes it's a bit confusing and you don't notice the slur marking. But please remember the slur markings go for the top of the divisé and the bottom note of the divisé. So this song ends up with lots of slurs. I'm going to do the slurs. Feel free to leave them off. Everybody warm up the first two notes. It starts with a pickup note. So I'm going to just lead it off with 1, 2, and you come in and on beat 3. Okay, everybody, Amazing Grace. I'm going to lead it off with 1, 2. 1, 2. Challenging. That top part is challenging. Okay, now I'm going to play the bottom of the divisie. Remember, play along with me, or if you want to try the top. Reminder, the B's are B flat, so you're going to use first finger for the B flats. Okay, everybody warm up the first two notes. I'm going to lead it off with 1, 2. 1, 2. And that was lesson 16.